just running the same play we ran last week, just a little bit, starting in a little bit different place, just fishing a little jerk bait here. A little bit, I'm using the full size one today, just seeing if they'll hit that full size one. Gonna run a little bit different stretch to start, and then we'll get back over on our main run where we got bites last week. I have a feeling there'll be some fish out there. So far, nothing right through here, but I'm hopeful. Nope. Well, now we got one. That was quick. Oh yeah, good fish too. Oh yeah. Pulling hard for the size. Well, it's pretty bigger than I thought it was. We're down here on the, come on now, spot lock, baby. Not gonna spot lock. All right, well, let's get this fish in. Pretty good fish. Started off. I'm gonna get a little hold over here. This one's, there we go. It's a good way to start off the evening right there. Probably 2.5, 3 pounder. All right, put her back. Let's go. Let's get back in position. Fish was up pretty shallow. Get that little mega bass. Doesn't look like anybody's watching to see it. Just really any better noise-wise than my. All right. See if we can get another one out there. That's a good way to start off right there. Nice chunky fish. Water's starting to come up on the lake a little bit better now, so maybe we'll start to see even more fish come up shallow. Who knows? Good to see a good healthy fish eat that thing though. Hit it pretty quick. Only twitched it a time or two. It's up there relatively shallow. I can already tell this bait's going to wear my arm out. All right. Got a little road bed comes in right here. Maybe we'll get another one in the little bottom. Maybe get a little another one as we go across it, where it comes up. I have seen some good fish come here, but usually it's in the pre-spawn. So we're just running the same play as last week and last Tuesday, just fishing this jerk bait. I'm just fishing the other side of where I was last week. Just seeing there's a couple little road beds out here, just seeing if there's any fish staged up on the side of those. Just keeping the boat moving, making lots of casts, keeping that bait moving quick, covering water. Using a little bit different setup than last week, using a bigger bait. So this wears my arm out, we'll go to a lighter one. We'll go back to that other rod. I'm just trying to get some reaction bites out here. There he is. Looks like another decent one. Oh, he got off. Oh well. Fish hit it on the paws. But that's good. We got, lets me know there's still some fish hanging around here. Mixing up my retrieve, just I don't think it really matters right now. I'm fishing so fast. Ooh, that's not good. There's a road bed that runs. Ooh, got a little bottom that time. Oh, no, we got some grass that time. All right. There's a little raised road bed that runs through here. Got a hard bottom that kind of drops off a couple of feet. So I'm just working over that, seeing if maybe there's something spawning on it. Maybe there. Something bit me. Maybe there's something. Maybe they're just hanging out on the post spawn rather. I don't know. I'm just trying it out. Somebody's gonna bite me there. I'm just doing some hard bait got caught on itself. Just doing some hard jerk baiting. This is the kind of stuff that'll wear you out, but sometimes it'll wear the fish out too. And then we'll get up here. There's a little spot up here that's got a little ditch going into it. It goes to a culvert on the bank. And last time I was in here, I saw a whole bunch of fish just cruising around out there. There's some scattered grass and stuff. If I can see good in there, I may go in there and cast around some of that scattered stuff if I can see it well enough to cast around it. If I can't, then we'll just leave it alone and we'll run the other stuff that I want to run. So far, 2 bites. That's there he is. What's up, Jay? Just got one on. Hooked up. Could be a decent one. No, little guy. Working a jerk bait right now. Down on the main lake today. Come on. It's number 2. The first one I caught was about 3.5. Pretty good fish. Little guy. Oh yeah, what'd you get? Got a megalodon out there catfishing. Oh, that's the second one. That's the second fish. Just working a little road bed out here. Might be in just a little bit close. Yeah. Oh man, that one felt pretty good. Oh, nice. That one will wear your arm out. There he is. I don't know if that's the same fish. It doesn't feel like the same fish because it's not a small one, but got another one here. Oh, he's foul hooked. I was like, man, I saw that fish. I know he wasn't big. That's why he's foul hooked. There we go. Okay with that. I gotta retie. Now just keep looking around here. You get you one. Are you down here around Harrison Bay, or did you go somewhere else? retide here and we'll get back at it. I've had 4 or 5 boats, or 4 or 5 bites so far. Put 2 in the boat. One of them was a quick release, so technically that counts as 3 in my book. Ooh, I'm all off my, I got blown into the bank. That's a big one. You want a striper, go up to Watts Bar. Like maybe the last week of March. If you got a boat, go the last week of March through the second week of April. I caught 2 this year. One of them was 27 and a half, and the other one was 20. And I've caught them over 30 up there on Alabama rigs. That's work though, man. Catching those big fish is work. Especially those stripers will give you a run for your money too. Catfish will do it, but I like stripers better if I got to pick between the 2 of them. They just make those hard runs for days. Well, thought we might have been on a little spot there for a second, where they were holed up, but it doesn't look like it, does it? Three or 4 little quick hits there, and then they kind of fizzled out on me. Couple little stumps and stuff out here. Ooh. Yeah, you had to fight the current and the fish when you got all those generators and everything running at the dams. What am I doing? All right. Back in position here. I wasn't paying attention. Let's see what we got. Get a little closer to that opening that's up here. There's just a little deep spot that goes in between these 2 sections of road bed. Let's see, maybe there'll be some fish stacked up there for us. Probably not, but we're going to try anyway. Not doing anything real special here, just a standard size 110 jerkbait with 8-pound line and a medium action rod. I'm moving it. Oh, there he is. Oh, I lost him. Dang. I'm moving it pretty quick because the water temperature's warm, and that's how I do it when the water temperature's warm. As the water temperature slows down, I slow it down. Real scientific. This fish are right up on top of that road bed. There's another one. Either I'm getting bites or I'm hitting the top of that road bed. I think I'm getting bites. Maybe not that time. I got a little grass on my bait. Oh no, that was a fish. I got two scales on there. Turned up, moving right on through, slowing down a little bit now that we're getting to this little inlet where it comes out. Where are you from, Alan? You live in Alabama? I've never been to Wedowee, but I've heard it's a really good spotted bass lake. Or it used to be anyway. I don't know. You don't hear a lot about it anymore. I used to hear about it some when I was younger. I grew up in Rome, Georgia. It's only a couple hours away. I got hung up. Couple of little pilings out here. I guess that's what I hit. Piling there. Oh, there we go. Oh, that buzzbait out? No. right on top of that bar right now. See what we got. I just kind of work it parallel through there and see if anything, keep my bait in the strike zone longer, but no takers so far. Jay, I think it's going to be a little bit tougher fishing than it was this weekend where I was at, but we're gonna give it a shot anyway. This weekend that was a pretty good day. I think I ended up catching 30 or 35. I don't know. Caught some good ones in there too. It was a good buzzbait bite. Figured we'd have picked one up right there, but we didn't. There he is. That fish knocked slack in the line. I don't know what we got yet, but we'll see here shortly. Maybe. Another foul hook fish. They're just swiping at it. Well, another little baby. All right, they're swiping. They're out there. They're just not hitting real good. Ooh, I just had one probably about 3 or 4 pounds, just chased it all the way to the boat. That stinks. That was a good one. I don't know why he didn't hit it. I'm gonna kind of shallow right here. I'm gonna kind of go along this bank real quick with a topwater, see if anything's interested. Try my little popper. Go down this bank with a popper, and then I'm gonna turn around and go down it with a buzz bait, and we'll see if anything. I think it's a little bit early for the popper, but you never know. what I wanted. Do something real quick, just make a real long cast because I got a little backlash. My line's all coiled up. Let's get all this kind of this thing's been sitting up all winter, so. I think it's a little bit early for that retrieve, but we'll. I'm not feeling that, so we're going to put that down. We're going to pick our buzz bait up because I need to. I had a buzz bait that I've been using for years, and the blade finally wore through on it. So now I gotta get a new one tuned up. We're getting in here a little shallow. Look, a few casts out there where there's some grass. Maybe there's a bass or two that want to participate out there. Ooh. And we'll throw this thing in that culvert. We might get us a big one in there. Never know. No, that was awful, just awful. There we go. Made two pretty good casts in there, no bites. long one right at the gut. Maybe something will come out there and blow that thing up. They did not. Ew, there was a bite. Got a little buzzbait bite. That's fun. Go down this bank just a hair more here, see if we get another one. I'll be a fish or two up against this bank. This thing, it's pretty deep out there, and then there's a big flat, and then this is the dead end of the bay here, so I'll be a fish or two up on this bank. Now we got a little log we can cast down. Let's see what we got. While we're watching this weekend, I was catching them on a buzzbait, but my reel was atrocious. So I've changed my reel out, and now it doesn't make any noise, and now I'm not catching any fish. Alright, we're gonna get out of here. Not feeling this. I want to work my little outside stuff where I feel like we can get some good bites. I just know there's some scattered grass and stuff out here, so I'm just making some random casts on my way out and see if maybe something comes up and blasts this thing. Alright, we're going to make a quick little run, and we're going to start back with our jerk bait. Alright. Say, quick little run. We'll fish each side of the opening to these islands, and we're just going to let the wind kind of blow us down the bank and work the bank where we were catching fish the other day. This time of year, there's always fish in transition somewhere, and they'll probably be staged up right where I want them. Probably be some out here on these points, and then some of them out on the shallow stuff right off the bank on the outside of the islands. Either way, I wanted to fish this direction because then the sun won't be in the camera's eyes. So, go up in here just a hair. Some bottom. Make one long cast out here because last time I was here I saw a little bit of grass growing out there. See if anything's hanging way out off the bank in some of this grass. Just waiting for my jerk bait. Not right now, they're not. All right, crossing over. Well, a fish on there and my bait messed up. What's going on? Oh my goodness. Little brim. Got a little brim on there. Ooh, don't shake. Ooh, this kind of gets a hook. Get my pliers out and get him off. Stop it. Oh, dang it. Tried to pop him off and didn't work. There we go. We got him. Little baby thing. Some good catfish bait right there. All right. Usually get a little buck bass off the end of this point right here. They like to stage up here sometimes. Every now and then you get a big one too, but that doesn't happen very often. What's going on there, Big Don? Thanks for stopping by. Trying to see if I can catch a little green fish for y'all, but that last one was just a brown. Fishing a little 110, full size 110 here. Already caught a few on it if you're just stopping in. Just fishing it fast, fishing it on some of these deeper areas, near some shallower areas. Just kind of fishing down the bank, not doing anything super special. This has just always been a good bank, so I can keep my bait off the bottom. There ought to be some fish on it, either coming or going. I don't know which. This lake's weird. Normally these fish don't come shallow, or you don't see them really move shallow until the water starts to come up, and it's just now starting to come up. So I don't know if a bunch of them already spawned out and they're coming the other way or what they're doing. But we're gonna fish on the outside and see what happens. Just a nice night to be out here, about 80 degrees, no other boats hardly. Good to be out here. Keep working this jerk bait. Just kind of keeping the boat moving and covering water. I'm not focusing on anything in particular, just fishing down the bank where it's kind of, I had a bite. They're hitting it kind of up shallow, so that's good. What's bad is not too many of them are getting it. Well, I'm going to throw it right back in there, see what happens. Didn't quite get up there as much height as far as I wanted to. There we go. I'll kind of let the wind drift me for a while. I have to go back to that smaller one, as much as I'm getting stuff on my bait, or I can just hold my rod tip up while I'm jerking it, I guess. No love. Still getting bottom? Looks like it. There's a little spot that's got some kind of a vegetation on it. I don't know if it's grass or if it's just some algae, but I'm gonna, well, yeah, I'd make a cast back there and see if anything was doing, but it's not. We're carrying on. Nothing. A little bit of bottom. Some neat little place right in front of us. It's a saddle in between two islands in it, and when the water gets up, pondweed will grow all over it, and they'll get up on it sometimes. It's a good place. Good place for a topwater when the water's up. Unfortunately, we don't have that condition today. The wind's starting to lay down now. It's getting a little later in the evening. I'd rather keep on blowing myself. Well, they don't seem to be hanging out on this bank like they were a while back. I see something that looks kind of grassy right there, so we're gonna make another cast in here when I get done with this one. Might have to go out back out there where it's blowing a little bit better. Hit a little. Well, oh, there he is. Oh. Can you tell if it's, I don't think it's a big one. Nah, it's a little guy. But it's progress. We got a fish. We got a fish finally. All right, little guy. Got him. Go. Drop him back in. We'll keep on going. Try for one with some slightly larger stature. We like those larger stature fish. This is just right here. There's just a little bit of a, just a little bit shallower that comes out off this bank. Just a little bit of a flat point coming off of it a little bit. And then we kind of go in and there's a little dip. We'll see if there's anything in the dips or if they're on the shallower point stuff. We're just going to give it all. We're just going to work through here and see if they're scattered everywhere, or see if we can kind of dial it in and maybe something specific's going on. Don't think that was bottom. Maybe not. Oh, that fish hit it when I was reeling him in. Okay. That little guy, about the same size as that last one. All right, we've got all these hooks in them. They worry me when they don't fight a whole lot, and then they just come right in. I'm always worried they're gonna shake and get a hook in me. Well, let's see these pliers. They're starting right now. I can tell that it's up higher than it was the last time I was here. But I don't think they, it's not fully up until around Memorial Day usually. We still got That was wild. He just kept on flopping. Yeah, we just had some, you know, we just haven't had rain lately, so I think they're just taking their time drawing it up because maybe they need it downstream or they need it for power generation. I'm not sure. I haven't really looked into it that much, but that's what I'm assuming, because I went up to the Watts Bar Dam a couple weeks ago, and I mean there wasn't hardly any current up there, and usually this time of year it's ripping. But we haven't, like I said, we haven't had any rain, so I think it's just solely from a lack of rain. But I think it's messing with these fish. I don't know if there's fish still kind of hanging out waiting, or if they just are already making the push up and doing their spawn and everything. They just said, well, we're just going to do it. But there's definitely some fish on the outside here just trying to, and I don't know, I haven't seen anything that leads me to think that these fish have spawned out, or that, I mean, I'm not seeing any rubs on the tails or anything like that, or not catching any big fish that are beat up or anything. So I don't know what's going on. That's a short answer. I don't know, but hopefully they'll bring it up. I mean, they're bringing it up a little bit. It's more than it was the other day. When I was here last week, it was a good foot or so lower, I believe. I can tell the difference. That's for sure. Got some snot on my lure there. A little black gorilla snot. Alright. And this is another one of those flatter areas. That fish was kind of in the back of the little, where the deeper water kind of gets closer to the bank, and now this is a little bit more of a flat out here that comes off the bank. So who knows where they're going to be, but we're going to try it. We're going to try it all, see if we can figure it out. Getting some yeah, I think I'm getting down a little deep. Yep. We got this algae that grows off the bottom here, and I don't know how far off the bottom it grows, but it seems like it comes up pretty good. And it can be its own little pattern. Sometimes you can get them on this, we call it gorilla snot. You can get on a little gorilla snot pattern sometimes. I had a spot one time where I caught a 9-pounder off of it. And I got one on right now. That feels like, oh, that is a monster bass right there. That is a straight up monster. Stay down, baby. Oh, that fish, that's a big fish. I'm just going to take my time, let her go wherever she wants. My drag's loose. That is a monster bass right there. I don't know how she's hooked, so that is a monster. Monster. And she's just going around the boat, so I'm just going to go with her. Oh, good gracious. Oh, good gracious. Coming in, I got 3 big old jumps out of her. All right. Well, we're just going to keep walking with her. She's just going this way, so I don't pull against them, I just go with them. It's just 8-pound line, so you gotta be real gentle with them. Come on, stay down, stay down. There she comes. Oh, there she goes. Oh yeah. Been a while since I caught one this size now. This is a, holy cow. Woo! You want to talk about a big bass? Oh, that is a big bass right there, folks. That is a monster fish. Woo! Let me get my scale out and we'll get a quick weight. And then we'll get her back. That is a monster. Let's see if I can get her off without getting the hook in my hand too. Oh, I'm gonna turn the boat just a little bit here, so that's a big bass right there now. All right, let's get a quick scale. Let me walk up here. That is a Chickamauga chunk. Oh, there we go. Let's see. Well, I thought it was gonna be a little bit bigger. That's 6'10". That is a nice big fish. Now that one's got some rub on the tail, so she's probably already done spawning. But that's a big one right there. All right, let's get her back in the water. All right. That's cool. How's she doing? Is she going? Here she goes. Just kind of hanging out. There she goes. All right. Big one. Hey, I'll take that now. We can do with another one of those. That's a big fish. Woo. All right. I'm gonna retie after that one. Holy cow. That was awesome. On my little jerk bait and 8-pound line. Who would have thunk it? I haven't caught one that big in a while, so that's awesome. If you're just joining me, I just saw it bump up. You just missed a 6'10", so if you want to back up about 5 minutes, you'll get to see a big fish. So, fun stuff right there. Now we gotta go back over there and try again because they'll run in schools, you know. I just made a little cast I saw a little, it looked like a little clump of grass on the fish finder. Just flipped it out there and just made a couple of jerks with it, and she came out and popped it. But that was a nice one. That was pretty cool that I caught it while I was doing live too. And that fish was kind of on the point off of the flat. You know, I was talking about how it dips in and then it comes out, and then there's like flatter areas and points, and that fish was kind of off of that little point where it drops off pretty good. So I could have spot locked, but I didn't want to I didn't want the fish to be in control of my line like that. I figured I'd just kind of go with him, and when you lock yourself down in one place, sometimes you don't have like a fish will go way out and then you don't have as much control. I got him a certain distance where I felt like where I wasn't worried about getting too much slack in the line. I wasn't worried about him being too close and making a dog and breaking my line or something like that. All right, he's right out in there somewhere. Maybe a little bit further out, but a little bit further off this way. But you always got to make another pass when you catch a big one like that, because you never know. Using these little hooks, you got to be ginger. Treat them gingerly with these little hooks too. They'll pull right out of a fish sometimes. Little old jerk bait hooks. Well, there wasn't another one there. Surprise, surprise. But you always gotta give it a chance. Several years ago, we were tournament fishing, and we had 2 clumps of grass, and we won 6 tournaments in a row off of those 2 clumps of grass. And it lasted for like 2 months, and there were just good fish on it every week. Could not believe it. One of them was an 8-9. I had 3. it was a 3-fish tournament. I had 3 that weighed 16. I mean, it's just wild how that can happen. How you can get on something like that on this lake and just, it'll be incredible. But it doesn't happen as much as it used to. Got a lot of habitat loss, a lot of overfishing pressure. We got some I think as little rain as we had, I think we're gonna have a really, really good grass year here. And we're starting to get some grasses that haven't been showing up in a long time. We're starting to get some milfoil back. We're starting to get some eelgrass, which is new. I'd be real curious to see how that eelgrass does, because I think it's going to create some interesting situations, because it grows deeper, and when they draw the lake down, it'll kill it, but you'll still have that inside edge when the water comes back up. So I think that's going to be really, really interesting to see if that, well, I got some snot. See if that plays out in the coming years. But it'll be nice to I don't like eelgrass because it just gets stuff all over the surface. But if it's kind of habitat restoration for the fish, and maybe it'll help proliferate some more fish in this lake, and they'll do better, then it'll be a good thing. But I don't like all the stuff on the surface where you can't hardly fish anything. I like fishing power baits. I don't like fishing worms and stuff like that much. So for me, I'd rather it be a different grass than eelgrass, but it helps the lake recover. Like more, you start to see more bigger fish, then that's a good thing. We're gonna cruise down this little stretch right here, because it's just kind of flat. It's a flat that just drops off, but there's not a whole lot going on along it. Maybe some gorilla snot along it, and, just make some quick casts and see if anything shows up, but don't expect anything. I was hoping to get some 3 or 4 pounders. I wasn't expecting a nice one like that. Happy surprise. So we got another little switchback that goes in here. It's like there's a little channel that kind of cuts through these islands and comes out right here. So it's got a lot of gorilla snot on it usually. It's kind of hard to fish because usually yep, there it is. I got it all over my bait, and I wasn't even up there that shallow. Just get this stuff all over your bait, and spend half your time doing that. But even though you're doing that, sometimes there's some bass in there with it. Just kind of keep my rod up and make a little bit shorter cast, and should be okay. Yeah. I feel like some of these bass might be up a little bit shallower. Holy cow. No, this thing doesn't dive that deep. Of course, I'm not really sitting that deep. I'm sitting in about 5 foot, but I'm not making a real long cast, so I didn't have too much opportunity to get down. But hopefully there'll be some fish on top of that stuff and they'll see it. I'm just going to twitch it up. That'll keep it from going down. A little buzz bait action here for a second. Get all my rods situated again. I got them all moved when I had to get that. I got that scale out. Topwater is my favorite if I can make it work. All right. We were on that buzzbait good this weekend, but that was a whole different situation. A big old long cast out there and just kind of see if anything wants to come up and blast that thing. Make a couple casts and let my little arm relax here for a second, and then we'll go back to jerk. All right. Well, not looking like we're going to get anything that wants to participate on that. Still a little early for it down here on the main lake, I think. Never hurt to try though. Did get a little bite on it on a riprap earlier. I'm getting in here a little close. Yep. Man. I swear that stuff comes up 2 or 3 feet off the bottom. I'd love to figure out a good way to fish that effectively with a multi-hook bait. There's one. Oh, he got off. Had a bite. Oh, got another one on. Yeah, all right. Not a monster, but it's a good one. Yeah. Come here, baby. Nice little bass. Fun sizing. If there's more than one, the way that kind of had one swipe at it and then it made a few more twitches and then got one on. I always wonder if there's more than one or if it's just one just committed. All right, there you go. Nice little belly on that one. One way to find out is just make another cast in there. Amazing how many fish are in these Tennessee River lakes. I grew up on a different lake, and on the Coosa River, and that lake is nowhere near the amount of fish that this lake has on it. I swear these hooks look like they're all bent up. All right, here we go. No snot. Got a little caught up there. Never comes off when you slap it either. It's the magic of that stuff. You got to pick it all off. All right. Ooh. Well, see if we can get a couple more bites here. Saw a little activity up in here. We may have to investigate that. Way up in there, let's see. There he is. Not a big one, but we'll take her. One of these little Chickamauga bank runners right here. There we go. Yeah. That's what they like to do. Wait till you start to get them off the hook and then they start shaking. Pliers. There we go. Alright, there you go, buddy. Thought I saw a little swirl out there. I don't know if that's and we got some grass growing right in here too, so I'm gonna give this a little bit of a working over here. Looks like it's some milfoil based on what I'm seeing. Maybe we'll get some early. Maybe we'll get a big old early grass bass up in here. A little cloud cover out there. Well, it felt like it was getting a little dark earlier than it should. Won't be too long. There'll be some people working. That stuff. That grass looks good. I can't tell exactly how high it is, but it's high enough to hold fish for sure. What have we got? I should have looked at it. What is it? think it's probably coontail. That's what grew in there last year. Coontail. A couple more casts in there, just see if maybe something will be. This grass in this lake's weird, man. Sometimes boat traffic really helps it. You'd be surprised. Saw something else look like a swirl right in there. May have just been the boat wake. You get a couple of little different types of grass right here. You get some grass growing on the outside that's like coontail and milfoil, and then when the water comes up, you get pondweed behind it. And a lot of guys come in and fish the pondweed, but not too many people fish the stuff that's emergent. And a lot of times those fish will get in that. Well, I gave it a fair shake. I'll let it be said that I didn't give it a fair shake. And it gets just a little bit later in the season, I'll start fishing some soft plastics through that stuff. Unless I keep catching them on a jerkbait or something fast moving. I do like a topwater. When it gets really hot, that topwater will shine. I'll show y'all something on that. Some stuff most people don't know. I got out here too far. What's going on, Miguel? Thanks for stopping by, man. if you got the time, back it up a little while. I got a 610 earlier on a jerkbait monster. Pretty good one for out here. It's been a while since I've got one that size. All right. Got one or two little more spots that I got here, and then we'll probably have to call it a night. We'll probably run out of daylight. I know Jay, I know he likes to fish at night, but I'm not much for it for bass. My record at night is not that good. There he is. Oh, that was a pretty decent one. Got away. Got me on the long line. He was way out there. There's a little patch of grass out there. Maybe another one will be right behind him. Doesn't look like it. That's probably like a 2.5. That's what I'm doing today. I'm losing all the good ones, and well, aside from the one really big one, I'm losing all the good ones, just catching a bunch of little guys. See what we got. Got about 2 more casts right here, and then I'm gonna shoot up to this next little pocket because I know it's got some grass in it. If I get a bite in there on this jerkbait, I'm not sure if that was a fish. There, that's grass. What do we have? Milfoil. All right. Oh, awful. Just awful. The bait just went right down into the water. Make one more good cast across that milfoil, hopefully. And we'll move down here to the next patch. We'll see if that's any good or not. Let's go. If you can handle some of this old bass fishing, you know, it's not quite as relaxing as catfish can be sometimes. All right. Shoot on down here to the next spot. Alright, let's see if we'll get a bass right here. Get this dialed in and we should catch one or two good ones. Just gotta find my right cast here. Take my sunglasses off. That's what I caught 3 or 4. I don't know how those guys catch fish at night, man. I never could get into it. Those bass, like, just grass. Oh, I thought it was just grass, but it's a little baby brown. What are you doing? That's good catfish bait. About 2.5, 3 incher. Yeah. I've caught one bass over 10 pounds, and it was 12.65. And it's within sight of where I'm sitting right now, and it was in a tournament. But I had a stretch. A few years back where I think it was like a 4 or 5 month period where I caught 20 over 7 pounds out here. And a couple of those days I caught two over 7 pounds in the same day. So it can be good. When it's good, it's good. But you really got to, I mean, I feel like you got to work for them here, man. Let me try something. My bait getting all bogged down? No. There's some 610s around, for sure. I cannot believe. Let me back out just a little bit. This wind's got me. This wind's messing me up. I'm about to throw a jig in right here because I know that there's fish here. Alright. Gotta go old school. Old school, new school. My little jig. Oh yeah. Hadn't done any of this in a while. Oh yeah, you gotta get the boat ready if you. Come on. There's one little spot out there with some grass on it. Probably gets beat to death. I mean, everything on this lake gets beat to death, but if you get on some of this stuff before people really figure it out, you can really do good on this lake. When I'm working my jig through this stuff, I hop it pretty high because I want it to come up and I want them to see it, and then kind of hit it when it. That's the best way for me. That's the best way to fish a jig through this grass. Some guys try to crawl through it. I just grip and rip, man. And you can feel them too. Pop it up and then you feel doop. And then you just reel down and they're on there. Smack them. Getting in here close again. They were kind of on the back side of this the last time. Oop. I didn't know there were all that many people that did a lot of live streaming around here, but I guess I was wrong. Sounds like y'all got a little network going on. All right. They're not going to hit that quick. I'm not going to sit here and try to make it work. Go back to this guy. Gonna fish across this little bay right here, and then we're gonna shoot back across where we started. See if we can get a couple more bites on that road bed. I got about 20 minutes left in me. Oh yeah, West Texas is tough, man. I don't know, are there any, I don't know where you're at exactly, but are there any bass lakes at all out there? I know you got something kind of, jerking that thing and all of a sudden it was gone. The way they've been doing to me today, knocking a little slack. Oh, it came off. Oh well. Knocking slack in there on me. What's going on? Yeah, I lost him though. That's okay. We're just out here having fun, sticking a few on the Tuesday evening. I mean, this is, if anybody's been on this lake, you know that it doesn't get any better boat traffic wise than this. This is the best day of the week. Coontail. Best day of the week to get out there. We'll go. Try that again. I mean, this is one of the highest boat traffic areas there is too most of the time. For some reason, I guess everybody fishes those Thursday nighters and comes out. Oh, I have one followed up. Let's see if we can. Nope. That one, follow it up. Getting in too close. The wind kind of shifted on me. It was blowing, kind of blowing out of the south, and now it's blowing out of the east. Just about 2 more casts and then we'll shoot across and we'll finish it up. Trying to see where this little grass line ends. If I can find the little end of it, there'll be a fish on the end of that thing. There it is. Right in there. Well, maybe not. It kind of tapers down, but it doesn't end. Got a little towboat coming in here. Let him go by and then we'll cross over. Okay, I didn't know where OH Ivy was. I thought it was on the eastern side somewhere. I'm a little slow to read my comments there, but I'll get to it eventually. All right, let's get across. Got a nice little sunset tonight. Getting cool though. Hey, thanks for subscribing, Brian. I appreciate it. Have a good evening. We'll see you next time. few bites down through here earlier, so we'll just give this a little shot. Maybe we can get one or two more before it gets too dark for me to want to be out here. There he is. Ooh, someone sucked it. He hit it hard and then he just kind of fizzled out. What is this, a brim? Holy cow. It's a good sized one though. That's a pretty good sized brim right there. Definitely about the size of my hand, a little bit bigger. All right. That's a big old fat girl right there now. It's a shell cracker. Nice shell cracker. Slammed that thing too. Must have been right on a bed or something out there. It's about that time of year for them around here, I think. Might have been what was bumping me when I came through here earlier today. Had a couple of good pops that felt like good fish, and that one felt like a good fish all the way up till I got him in the boat. Thanks, RJ. I appreciate it. I'm actually, since I started doing this streaming, I'm surprised as many people even know what it is, because it's kind of an unusual boat that you don't see very often. So, but thank you. I did all the rigging myself, so I'm pretty proud of that. Turned out really good, and I've really enjoyed it. Not yet, I don't. I'm about to put them up. It's not quite as dark as it looks on. Well, I don't know. It's probably about. I'm about to get them put up. I just bought one of those integrated lights for the YOLO stick for where I keep my GoPros on the YOLO stick. That was awful, and it's been pretty good. I don't have to worry about what I had to do before when I get up early in the morning and stuff. I'd have to put the light pole in and then take it out and then put the GoPro in. And since I got that other one, I don't have to worry about that so much. And it's just got a little USB port that you plug in, so I just plug it in when it's time. We got something with some weight here. I don't know what we got yet, but this might have some weight, or it might be foul hooked. I don't know. Not doing much. Whatever it is, it's not doing much, but I feel some shaking going on. Oh crap. Oh crap. What have we got? Oh, it's just a foul hook bass. Man, it's like the third one I've caught in the back today. This is a little bit better quality, but I'm just swiping it. A little bit better quality one, but foul hooked. Not bad. There we go. We'll get my light turned on here. Otherwise, Dawn's going to yell at me some more. I won't get yelled at, Dawn. I'm doing it. There we go. Now we're street legal. Oh, nice. Won't do it. Come back over at the boat ramp, or just in Harrison Bay in general. Yeah, I've been fishing here a long time, and I've only ever been stopped by a game warden one time. Is when I very first moved here, and I didn't have a fishing license, and all they were doing was taking a fish survey. They didn't even check my fishing license. They didn't check anything in my boat. It was wild. They won't let you run headlights at night? I've not ever heard of that. Huh. I see you guys around here all the time with floodlights. I guess headlights make it too easy. They got to figure out how to make it hard on you. I'm right on top of that road bed. Make one cast this way. Got a couple minutes left of me and then it's time to go, folks. Because I'm just having too much fun. I did not know that about headlights. I thought you could just, I don't know why it matters. I guess people have night vision when they, you know, when they're out and they get that night vision, and maybe it messes that up and it messes up other people's ability to navigate. I don't know what the thought process is on that. Especially if you're not around anybody, you just run across the lake in the middle of the night. I don't see why anybody cares about that. I'm actually surprised to hear they even do any patrolling at night. That's interesting to me because I've never seen it. But like I say, the only time I've ever been stopped by them, all they did was a fish survey. I do know they camp out around here on the holidays though. But when the holidays come, I go do something else. I don't mess around when all the amateurs come out. All right, give it about 2 more casts and then we're done. Turn around real quick and hit this, get up a little shallower on this. Oh yeah, I mean, I've seen them on the holidays sitting here, but like I said, I've never seen them any other time, and the only people they ever messed with that I ever saw were people sitting on the front of yachts with no life jackets on, and, you know, jet skiers that don't know what they're, oh, I got one, don't know what they're doing. Little guy. Ooh, all right. All right, there we go. That's a good note to end on, I think, don't y'all? One last, you can't even see me. It's not a big fish. It's just a little guy. But let's end it on that, all right? Oh, but I appreciate everybody coming by to watch tonight. It's very humbling that people won't come and see what I want to do. I'm gonna get all my stuff put away so I don't have to do it at the boat ramp, and then I'm gonna drive on up. But had one little bite on a buzz bait, and everything else was on a jerk bait tonight. It's not what I normally do this time of year, but everything's been so messed up with with just the water staying low. I just feel like there's plenty of fish that are out here a little bit deeper, and some of those fish I caught today weren't even deep. They were in only a couple of feet of water. They were hit on the first couple of jerks, but they're just kind of hanging out. They're not really going up in the islands or somewhere like that in some of these little back bays. And that means all the pondweed and everything is probably going to be a little bit behind. But the grass, we ought to have a good grass year. That's all I know. I'm already seeing it. Already seeing it come up, and I think this is probably as early as I've ever seen it come up. Put this away. All right. What's everybody saying here? Oh, thanks, Don. Yeah, I was whacking them on the buzzbait, man. I had a blast this weekend doing that. Oh, I'm a little behind on my view in there. Oh. Them looks close. Oh. There we go. Come on up, Jay. We got a couple more days, and I got a vacation coming up first week of May. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do yet. I might take an impromptu kayak trip to Florida. Might stay here and go to Gunnersville. Might just stay here and fish Chickamauga, but I doubt it. But I don't know if you watch any of my videos, but I have one really, really good kayak video where I catch a couple of slot snook and some little small tarpon and some jacks. That was a fun day. I've caught snook up down there up to about 37, 38 inches. I've caught tarpon. I think the biggest one I caught was around 40 pounds, I think. It was a big one. Caught it in a kayak. It's a lot of fun. All right, folks. Y'all have a good night.